I'm John Daly, and welcome again to our program to discuss with you about road commissions, how they operate and why they exist. Road commissions are an organization of government that is unique to Michigan. The road commission is actually legally defined as being an independent unit of government that has responsibility for all the roads that are not part of the state trunk line system and are located outside of the boundaries of a city or village within a county. Okay, we're the 5th largest county road commission in the state, and we have jurisdiction of almost 1,600 miles of road, 162 bridges, and 2 dams. In addition to that, we also, under contract, maintain almost 300 miles of state trunk lines for the Michigan Department of Transportation.
Why do we have road commissions?
Road commissions are not only unique to Michigan, but they're relatively new as a form of government. They were actually established back in 1905 and were enacted formally in 1927 because the legislature at the time felt that roads needed to be fixed to support the economic requirements and to provide a quality of life to the residents of Michigan rather than being fixed for political purposes. So that was the reason that the state legislature created road commissions.
Road commissions have no taxing authority. Michigan has always been a donor state with our federal tax dollars. Would the road commission benefit if Michigan gets more of our federal tax dollar back? And what roads can those federal dollars be used on?
There is a federal gas tax which is currently at about 18 cents per gallon, and that can be used upon roads that support interstate commerce. And that's the justification for using federal dollars to fix state and local roads. When we look at the amount of money that Michigan sends to Washington in that fuel tax, we get about 92% of the money that we send coming back into the state of Michigan. We'll never get 100%, and the reason we will never get 100% is because there are states that, like Montana, Nevada, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, that have large geographic areas but very, very small populations. And so the state trunk lines have to be supported in those states as well, and they're supported with federal dollars. However, it is reasonable that we should get more than 92% back. A better target number would be about 95% or a fraction thereover. And what that money could do would be used for the reconstruction, the heavy maintenance that we do on roads that are eligible for federal aid in Genesee County.
Now that federal aid applies to the primary roads.
That federal aid applies to roads that fit the criteria to support interstate commerce. In Genesee County, that is the state trunk lines, the primary road systems in the county road system, and some of the section line local roads that have higher volumes of traffic on them.
Michigan is the only state with road commissions. The County Board of Commissioners in Genesee County appoints the road commissioners. What do they do in other counties?
The legislation that sets up road commissions allows for the county board to make a determination whether the road commissioners that compose the Board of County Road Commissioners will be elected by the people or whether they're appointed by the Board of County Commissioners. That's a simple decision that they make, and in our county, the county board has chosen to appoint the commissioners rather than to have them elected.
Can you explain the difference between maintenance and reconstruction and construction?
When we use the term for maintenance, we're really talking about activities that we undertake to improve the surface condition of the road. In other words, the ability that when you drive on the road, that will make that road smoother. But we're only addressing the surface. Typically, we will do those things so that we can get a service life extension on the road, and examples of that would be activities like crack sealing the road or our chip and seal program. Reconstruction and heavy maintenance are those things that will improve the structural integrity of the road. In other words, underlying the surface, an improvement in the road bed that will allow it to carry a heavier weight of traffic, a greater volume of traffic. So the difference is, with maintenance, we're dealing with the surface conditions and improving those for drivers that are utilizing the road. When we do heavy maintenance and reconstruction, then we're actually improving the surface or the load-bearing capability of the road.
The Road Commission budget is just over $66 million. Can you give us a breakdown on that?
Certainly. There's about 12% of it that goes into overhead and into facilities. And then the remaining $41 million of that all goes into repairing and maintaining our county road system, the bridges, the associated drainage systems, and the 2 dams that we're responsible for.
There is no township copay on primary roads. How much of that remaining $44 million goes toward county or primary roads?
We're required under Act 51 to comply with what we call a 70-30 split with road funding, and that means that we spend 70% of the money that comes into the Road Commission on the primary road system. The primary road system, by statute, is our principal responsibility. So the Road Commission pays 100% of all the costs associated with the primary road system.